Maddie and Steve, they set the stage. From classic bouts to the modern age. Every slam, every story, every legacy comes alive with wrestling pedigree. So tune on in, the spotlight's bright. The ring is ready on this podcast night. It's Wrestling Pedigree.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a bonus episode of Wrestling Pedigree Podcast. I'm your co-host, Matty, and with me, I have the last real general manager of MWL, Stevens Maximus.
Stevens Maximus. If anybody remembers WrestleMania IX very well, they introduced Howard Finkel as Finkus Maximus.
Oh, okay, so we're going that way.
Yes, we are.
In that case, my name is Matty Maximus, but let's just get a word.
Right.
Oh, I forgot actually. So, as people wouldn't see now, we are rebooking WrestleMania IX because I think because Steve is a Bret Hart fan, he did not like the ending to this.
I just really thought WrestleMania IX could have been so much better.
So we decided, both of us and our separate booking, to book the entire show with the roster they had at the time in 1993 in April the 4th and see what we could book and if we have similar ideals, which usually when we do this, Steve beats my ass by fucking miles. So Steve is undefeated on this. So let's get into this. As usual, Steve always goes first. So Steve, what is your first match?
All right, well, before I get into my first match, let me go over the card for WrestleMania IX first.
Okay.
So on paper, it doesn't look like a horrible event, but it's not a WrestleMania. So starting out the night, we had Tito Santana defeat Papa Shango in 8 minutes. Coming up after that, we had Tatanka defeat the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels by count out in 18 minutes and 13 seconds. The second longest match of the night. Then we had the Steiner Brothers defeat the Head Shrinkers in 14:22.
Mm-hmm.
Doink the Clown defeating Crush in 8 minutes and 28 seconds. Razor Ramon defeating Bob Backlund in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Money Inc., Ted DiBiase and Erwin R. Shyster defeating the Mega Maniacs of Hulk Hogan and Brutus the fucking Barber in 18 minutes and 27 seconds. Lex Luger, the Narcissist, defeated Mr. Perfect 10 minutes and 56 seconds. The Undertaker defeated Giant Gonzalez in a stinker of a match, 7 minutes and 33 seconds. Yokozuna defeated Bret Hart to win the WWF Championship in 8 minutes and 55 seconds. And then Hulk Hogan decided to insert himself into another fucking match and defeated Yokozuna to become the new WWF champion in 22 seconds.
That works for me, brother.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
I will admit, looking at this card, it looks a banger. But wrestling's not done on paper. And some of the matches, like you said, like the Undertaker match was 6 minutes too long.
It was about 7 minutes and 32 seconds too long.
I remember Bruce Pritchard, every time he speaks to Undertaker, he goes, "I do apologize for Giant Gonzalez."
As he should.
As he should. I think this was the first outdoor Was this the first outdoor?
It was. It was held at Caesar's Palace.
I love the concept though. The
It
theme
was
and everything.
it was beautiful. I loved the whole aura of it. Everybody going back to wearing togas.
Yeah.
And it looked visually, it was fucking awesome. I'm not even gonna lie.
I highly recommend people watch the documentary on that, because that is a really good pay-per-view documentary on that. However, but Bobby the Brain Heenan coming out asked to fake
coming out backwards on the camel. That was beautiful.
I write that shit. So let's get into it, because I'm intrigued now, because you've been wanting to do WrestleMania for a bit. The WrestleMania.
I sure have.
I would like to know, what match are you kicking off WrestleMania IX at Caesar's Palace?
I am kicking off WrestleMania 9 with Razor Ramon versus Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig.
Banger alert.
Yep.
Oh. I think mine could beat yours, but just a little bit.
Well, in this match, I have Razor Ramon going over with the win, just because he was on such a hot streak at this point.
Was Mr. Perfect on commentary around this point on Monday Night Raw? Or
Um,
something like that?
Not yet. Macho Man Randy Savage was still on commentary.
I got something up for that. You got Razor Ramon back then. He was just getting into it, wasn't
he? Yeah. I believe this was his first. Yeah, this was his first WrestleMania. And they put him over Bob Backlund. Knowing how Scott Hall wrestled and how good of a wrestler he actually was, I could have seen him and Mr. Perfect putting on a banger of a match.
Oh, yeah. And just the build up to that would be really good. The way with this machismo and Mr. Perfect's arrogance.
Yep.
It would have been a proper good banger.
Oh, yeah.
I have Tito Santana.
Mm-hmm.
Will face Shawn Michaels for the Intercontinental title as an opener.
Okay, that's not bad.
I was a really good fan of Tito, and I thought he was one of the ones that could take Shawn Michaels down a bit, because Shawn back then with Luna was just arrogant prick.
See, I loved Tito Santana, but at this point he was in his El Matador gimmick, and at El Matador, I think they kind of booked that as a lower mid card wrestler. He did a lot of jobs, with the exception of defeating Papa Shango at WrestleMania 9.
Yes, and I have got Shawn going over.
Yeah.
Before we go number 2, I wanted to tell you my number 2, because I know you're gonna say that's not right. I got Tatanka. I can't speak English. Tatanka versus Piper.
I don't like it, because at this point they were both faces.
There was, but in my booking, Piper would have been a heel. He would have done something stupid and ridiculous to Jimmy Flights looking kind of way to Tatanka, and then we would have got one hell of a build up.
But who would you have had going over? Because remember, Tatanka was in the middle of his undefeated streak at this point.
Oh, it would have been Tatanka.
All right.
But Piper was going in. Piper was just. I think he was on his way out, wasn't
he? He was on his way out, yeah.
So, and like they always do it, when they go out, they put someone over. And who better than put someone who was on a good winning streak?
Yeah, okay, I can live with that.
Who was your second?
My second match. Now, I felt like we needed a tag team match to go second. And both of these teams are, I think they're both Hall of Fame teams. No, one of them is not a Hall of Fame team, but they should be a Hall of Fame team because they have accomplished a lot in professional wrestling. So I have the Bushwhackers versus the Nasty Boys.
Well, the Bushwhackers are in the Hall of Fame. The Nasty Boys ain't.
Yes. I do believe the Nasties should be in the Hall of Fame, though.
Oh, yeah. I remember them. I remember them mostly in WCW.
I remember them a lot in WWF when I started watching it.
Yeah, I did get introduced into mostly. I like watching them, but I thought they were better in WCW.
Yeah, I agree.
What's your third match? Oh, who you've got going there? Bushwhackers or the Nasty Boys?
I've got the Nasties going over in that one.
Well, I hope the Bushwhacker fucking lick your head.
My third match. Now, this is one that I just added just a couple of minutes before we went on the air.
Ooh, late booking.
Late booking. But I decided, these guys, they don't have a place on here. I think they both need to really be on here. So I put Bam Bam Bigelow versus Brutus the fucking Barber.
Guess what?
No.
Yeah.
You have that match too? God damn.
I mean, goddamn, these I'm actually on one. I had that match because I want Bam Bam to go over.
Yeah, that's what I would be doing is have Bam Bam go over. And at the same time, this also eliminates the Megamaniacs versus Money Inc.
Yes. I fucking hated the. Well, I hate them. It wasn't good for me. It wasn't a good pairing, Hulk and Beefcake.
No.
So that was my number 3. I help. We all have Bam Bam going over the Brutus. My number 4. I have the Steiner brothers going over the the Head Shrinkers, which is the normal match that did happen. But I added the Bushwhackers into that also.
Okay.
But I had the Steiners going over both of them.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I have a match similar to that coming up later in my card that I think is going to outdo yours.
I'm not surprised because this is the same the same concept every time we do these bookings is I get my ass whooped.
Yes.
What was your fourth match?
My fourth match, I have Tatanka going over Papa Shango.
Okay. Of all Charles Wright's characters, like gimmicks, which was yours favorite?
I really enjoyed Papa Shango. However, I love the Attitude Era. So I've got to go with the Godfather.
Absolutely. If you did not say Godfather, I don't think we'd be friends. I agree with Papa Shango though, because for me, as a kid, I was like 5, 6 years old. He scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, he terrified me, especially when he made like all that black ooze come out of Ultimate Warrior's mouth.
Oh, the green ooze.
I thought it was black.
It
was black. It was black.
I thought it was green.
Nah, it was black.
Do you know they got that at green black ooze.rs? Yeah.
Okay.
That's what Bruce Pritchard said. what's your? Oh, we got them going there. So you got obviously me and you in our heads got to talk and just continue with his streak then.
Yeah.
Who would obviously we don't agree on how he ended his streak, but who would you want it to end that streak? If you had the chance now to take away Ludwig, who did you want to end the streak?
I think it would have been fitting to have Yokozuna end his streak. Have Tatanka build himself all the way up to a championship match and have Yokozuna crush him.
I agree with you with Yokozuna. I think that would be great heat. I would have had like someone like Mr. Perfect.
I think it would have been more impactful for it to be Yokozuna.
Yeah, I agree with you now.
And it would have kept Tatanka as he got this close.
That's cut, yeah. Imagine they did that to Goldberg. He might actually been all right.
Yeah. Maybe he would have actually learned how to wrestle.
Especially with Steven Regal.
And Bill, if you're watching this, fuck you.
That's from him, not me. What are we on? Number 5, yeah?
Yep, number 5.
All right, so you got Tatanka going over. My match is quite interesting. You're not going to like it because you're going to say, well, he was just a commentator. I got the Macho Man losing to the Undertaker.
They kind of did the Undertaker Macho Man thing, though.
When?
Didn't they?
I
don't remember.
I don't think I ever seen a match between. I could be probably wrong because it's from the 1990, but I don't see I ever seen it one-on-one in a pay-per-view between Macho Man and Taker.
I could have sworn they had. I could be wrong.
But being at WrestleMania 9, I think it was his third. Was it his third or fourth match at WrestleMania?
Let's see. Yeah, this would have been
the third.
Yeah.
Because 91, 92, 93, yeah. So, yeah, add Macho Man onto that streak. That would have been brilliant.
Yeah.
Instead of Giant, because no less.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Undertaker coming out in the entrance with the black...
With the vulture?
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Would you say that's one of the best entrances through a WrestleMania back then?
Back then, yes. Back then, absolutely.
Back then, in like the early 90s, that was them trying to be outlandish and doing a little bit of a risk there.
Yeah.
6th match.
Well, this would be my 5th.
Oh, your 5th.
I'm gonna keep this one true to WrestleMania 9. I'm gonna have Doink the Clown going over Crush because I actually enjoyed that whole thing with the 2 doinks and the fake arm.
That was good. I love Doink.
I laughed my ass off.
That was Matt Bourne, wasn't it?
It was Matt Bourne as Doink 1 and Steve Lombardi as Doink 2.
Steve, what was he about Steve is? He knows how to get a paycheck. Whatever he does, whether it's a brawler or anything like that, he knows how to get a paycheck. Yep,
the Brooklyn Brawler, Abe Knuckleball Schwartz, Kim Chi, Doink the Clown. Now he's booking for MLW. He's an agent for MLW.
And he's got a Legends contract for WWE, I think, for life.
Yep.
And he did defeat Triple H on SmackDown one time in the 90s.
He sure did.
And he likes to remind people of that. What's your 6th match?
My 6th match, 2 guys that weren't in WrestleMania at all.
Ooh.
And it's it's pretty criminal that neither of them were. I have Rick the Model Martel going over Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I agree. Both of them should have been. Did you say in a previous episode, Rick Martel is in the top 5 of like great wrestlers that was never world champ?
Yep, absolutely.
So my 6th match is 2 people that was never world champions, but they should have been. Razor Ramon versus Rick Martel. I think that would have been. I think that would have been a banger.
That would have been a banger.
Which was crazy because both of them have got arrogant.
Yep.
A lot of these matches are single matches because back then it was just that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great match. I think your match will be a proper banger also. I mean, Hacksaw Jim Duggan back then was just... He was just ho. Would you rather... Because he didn't win a world title, did he? Would you rather him win the world... this is Jim Duggan. Would you rather him win the world title or win the first Royal Rumble? What would you put to math?
The first Royal Rumble. Yeah.
So you keep it as it is?
Yeah. I don't know if I could have ever seen Hacksaw Jim Duggan as a legitimate world champion.
Here we go. So, would you put him as WCW world champion back when he joined them, or put him as in Team Canada and to betray the US like he did in that booking?
You see, he didn't betray the US on his own accord, though. He lost a match and had to join Team Canada.
Yeah, but then he turned like real heel.
Yeah, his I don't even know if this is a word. His patrioticness, was in his beard, and he shaved his beard off for Team Canada.
It's kind of like seeing Tommaso Ciampa without a beard.
Yeah,
it's probably seeing you if you shaved your beard.
You don't want to see that. I am completely in favor of anything that covers up parts of my face.
I was surprised you're not a luchador. How many matches have you got in total?
10.
Okay, so we're past halfway. How many have I got? So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got 3 left. I think I did 11 then.
Oh, I have 4 left.
Okay.
7, 8, 9, and 10.
Oh yeah, wait, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got 4 left.
Yep.
My next match was this the 6th match?
This is number 7.
This is number 7. I did this to piss you off, right? So please don't hate me. But I got Giant Gonzalez versus Hulk Hogan.
All right, so I'm logging off now.
There's only one reason. I got Giant Gonzalez going over.
You see, they did that in WCW, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But I just put 2 people that should have been on the card. Just put them together.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at you for that.
I told you. But yeah, that's heat, that is.
Yeah.
So we've done your 7.
No, we're on number 7.
Yeah, but
because number 7 is my Undertaker match. The Undertaker versus the narcissist Lex Luger.
Taker going over.
Taker going over. Extend the streak.
Wow, that would have been such a better match than the Giant Gonzalez.
Yep.
I mean, even my match would have been better than Giant Gonzalez, but the build up they could have done
Mm-hmm.
with Luger coming out with all those mirrors, with sparkles coming out, and all the women.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a banger. Who did Luger face on that card?
Mr. Perfect.
So either way, he had a good payday because he's either facing one hell of a great wrestler or one of the future greats of all time.
Yep.
Look at you doing your fucking booking.
It's almost like I do this all the time.
I know. You can tell how shit I was there. What's your number 8 then?
My 8th match is a match that I believe we should have gotten at WrestleMania 8. But because of one of these guys' drug abuse or perceived drug abuse at that point,
Okay.
he was fired and we did not get this match. So I'm putting it on WrestleMania 9. I have Marty Jannetty going over Shawn Michaels by disqualification.
Oh, okay. So no title change.
No title change.
Oh. Right, you have a go at me for my Giant Gonzalez versus Hogan, and that match is heat.
Yeah.
Because you got... I would have had Shawn go over.
I think the only way you could really do that and keep the feud going, because they had stopped the feud for a while because they thought at that point that Marty was under the influence, and they fired him shortly after Shawn put him through the barbershop window.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you guys are listening to us and not watching, that is the shirt that I'm wearing right now, because we just got done doing our Who's the Marty podcast.
Yeah, that was fun.
It sure was. And if you guys haven't checked that out, please do. I expect lots of heat from it. I welcome the heat from it.
You will know where to send the heat at the end of this episode. I'll tell you. Yeah, I would have had Shawn, but you're the GM and I'm not.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I got Lex Luger versus Yokozuna.
Okay.
The only reason I got that is just to build up for what was to come. And in my head, I was thinking, just get that little ball rolling and get away from that. I didn't like the narcissist gimmick. So
but you also have to remember that Lex Luger was still the narcissist at this point. He was the heel. Yeah. And if what you propose would have happened, we would not have gotten that extremely iconic moment on the USS Intrepid on July 4th with Lex Luger body slamming Yokozuna.
True, but I've got Yokozuna going over by 2 minutes because I just didn't like the Lex Luger character at that time. This is my book in.
Hey, we defeated you in 1776 and you're still bitter about
it. That's why I say fuck Boston. Oh God, June can't come quick enough. Virgil. What's your number 9?
My number 9. I have Money Inc. defending the tag team championships against the Head Shrinkers, the Steiner Brothers, and High Energy.
Ooh, people forget about High Energy.
Now, when I was doing this booking and I went, ooh, I'll put a High Energy in the match. I did a little bit of research, and High Energy actually quietly broke up like a month before this. They broke up March 10th, 1993. It wasn't like a big blow up. They just kind of separated them. Why not give them one more good match? And then let them go their separate ways.
Were they like really silently just disbanded then?
Yeah, that they just kind of stopped using them as a tag team, but they were both still wearing those funky MC Hammer pants.
Nothing wrong with those MC Hammer pants.
You wish you still had Zubas like that.
I wish I had legs like that. My number 9 is quite interesting. I'm changing a lot of like storylines here. I'm putting my own shit into this. Virgil versus IRS with Ted DiBiase as a special guest referee.
Okay, well what?
Yes, I'm putting Virgil over, and he's gonna go for like after this, he's gonna go for the world titles and everything like that, and he's gonna win it all. And then he woke up.
Oh, you're deep in the meat sauce mafia. Wow.
Thankfully, I don't have to owe him $20.
He owes me he still owes me a tenner.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, that was my number. I just think I could do so much with the storylines before this, like from Survivor Series onwards, and just build it up. And yeah, I could be the man to put over Virgil.
Yep.
I think you'll like my main event now. What is your main event?
My main event, I really didn't change. I still have Yokozuna going over Bret the Hitman Hart for the WWF Championship. But it's not going to be an 8-minute and 55-second match. We're making it at least a 20-minute match.
I can see that. I mean, Bret was the champion going in.
Yes.
Was Yoko on good form on that year? Because he was piling on the weight though.
He was starting to pile on the weight, but WrestleMania 9, he wasn't anywhere near his heaviest. I want to say at this point he was about 545.
So yeah. Because I think he went to 700, and then he just went downhill.
Yeah.
Why have you still got the same result?
Because this started a reign of terror for Yokozuna, leading up to WrestleMania 10, where Bret eventually regained, and I would still have regained that championship.
I like that. I like that main event. Obviously, your book is one because I have some weird matches in mind. However,
yeah, you have fucking Virgil versus IRS. What the fuck, Natty?
However, my main event, seeing as my book is actually not so crazy. This I've probably done in the space of the time that shorter, obviously, than WrestleMania coming up, and I still probably did better than what's coming up at this year's WrestleMania. My main event is Bret Hart will put his WWF title on the line against Mr. Perfect.
Banger of a match.
Mr. Perfect goes over, and he finally wins the big one.
Banger of a match, but it wouldn't have made sense storyline-wise, period.
Mr. Perfect would have been heel.
Yeah. Which, at this point, he was heel.
Yeah. So, it still would have made sense, because I would have made him win the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Because that was the first Royal Rumble where the person could go to WrestleMania for the title, the one that Yokozuna won. So, Perfect would have won that Royal Rumble. He would have gone on to WrestleMania in that big arena. All the lights on him, and finally he was the big one.
I mean, to me, Brett versus Yoko was still the right call. Because really, if you think about it, we wouldn't have had the reign of terror of Yokozuna.
True.
We wouldn't have had Lex Luger body slamming Yokozuna. We wouldn't have had the two matches coming up at WrestleMania 10.
Yeah, I could see that. Just me being a Mr. Perfect fan and just having that chance to just book that match, and just him winning it, because it's some of that every wrestler fan that loved him just once.
And see, it's weird. We both love Mr. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I have him opening the night with a loss. You have him closing with the main event with a win.
You know, I was close to doing it. Was Brett versus Shawn, title versus title. That would have been so fucked.
No, I've got to say I think I won again.
Yeah, you have, and it was Stevie Wonder could see that you go in. Well, before came on there, I was doing my research and I kind of got some of the times wrong on the wrestlers coming up in that there. So one of the matches I did have that I was going to do, because I fucking hated him at the time, was Mabel versus Bam Bam Bigelow versus Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Wow, you really hated Brutus.
Back then I did. In my
But
head,
as I pointed out to Maddie, he was looking at the year of 1993. He wasn't looking at exactly the date of April 4th, 1993. So when I brought that up to him, he went, "Oh shit."
Oh, I had a dark match.
Oh, you did.
Jerry Lawler versus Bob Backlund.
I could see why that would be a dark match.
I also so fun. I did actually have Big Boss Man versus Jerry Lawler and all, but Big Boss Man wasn't in the company.
He was not.
But yeah, I kind of fucked everything. But I still think that would have still been probably better than WrestleMania where LT main evented.
Yeah. Although even with that match, it was at least not horrible. Because Bam Bam was able to kind of guide LT through the match.
Yeah.
And that was WrestleMania 11.
Yeah, those 2 years.
11? Yep.
Yeah, because 10 Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
WrestleMania 11 in Indianapolis, I think.
WrestleMania 11 was in Hartford, Connecticut.
Hartford. Then 12.
That was the one that I went to the Fan Fest the day before.
I was at the one with Alundra Blaze.
Yeah, it was.
And
guys, if you haven't heard my Alundra Blaze story, go back and look on our Facebook. Yeah. You will hear my Alundra Blaze rant.
Yeah, you should.
And why I hate that bitch.
He says that, but I swear, she offered an apology, you'd be like, yeah.
Only if she gives me a ride on the monster truck.
I knew that was coming. With that, obviously we just changed, well, one of us tried to change the booking and do it well, but the other one just thought, "Fuck it, let's just do a Vince Russo way and just throw names on the table." Why? What's the legacy of WrestleMania 9 then for you?
WrestleMania 9 is the first WrestleMania that I really remember watching. Like, I remember sitting at my grandparents' kitchen table and watching that whole event from beginning to end. I was so entertained by the togas. I was taken in by the atmosphere. To me, visually, that was the best WrestleMania at that time.
Oh yeah,
Being able to see the surroundings, how everything looked like a Roman Coliseum, and it took me in so much. And I hate going back and watching it because I know how bad it really is, but I love starting it up, seeing Howard Finkel being introduced as Fincus Maximus, watching Bobby the Brain Heenan coming down backwards on a camel.
I think Macho Man came out and he was eating fruit while being carried out.
I think so. But it's a WrestleMania that I hate to love and I love to hate.
Oh, okay. We call it like a James Ellsworth then.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I love about WrestleMania 9 because it debuted one of the most underrated women, and that was Luna. For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Some of the matches were hits, a lot were misses. I mean, for me, that John Gonzalez Undertaker match is one of the worst matches in history.
Yes. And the inclusion of Hulk Hogan, there was no need for it at that point.
I think if you sat down with Vince, and he probably will say that was not the best idea. But being a stubborn old man, he'd probably say, "Yeah, we were supposed to do that." Yeah. I look forward to Hogan's documentary next week and see what will happen in that WrestleMania 9.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that too. And speaking of documentaries, guys, I started watching the new Peacock documentary on HBK. It's fantastic so far. I'm about 45 minutes in. I have about half of it left to watch. I would definitely recommend it.
Absolutely. I look forward to that. I think I'm watching that tomorrow. I got the week off for WrestleMania. Let's put a chapter on this one because, by God, I'm not ass whooping on the booking. I will win one. I know I'm going to win a booking one.
I doubt it.
I guarantee you this year I'm going to win one.
I've seen your work as a GM. You're not going to win one.
All right, fair point. fair point. I'll give you that. I say because it's WrestleMania, and this is a bonus episode. I want to add another booking for WrestleMania.
Okay.
I want to rebook WrestleMania 21.
Okay. We can do that.
I mean, some of the matches are good, but I think we could have changed some of the booking.
Yeah. And for all of you who don't remember, this is the first time WrestleMania went Hollywood.
Yeah, it's the first Money in the Bank match. I think the main event was Triple H and Batista. The co-main event was Cena versus JBL. Eddie versus Kurt. No, Eddie versus Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
So, yeah. And I think it was Kurt versus Shawn.
Yes.
So, it's not like thinking, why the fuck you want to book it? it's the booking. I think for me, is the results.
Yeah.
But there's some matches I would change, and I would love to pick your brain out for that one.
Okay. We can do that.
So on that lovely note, which is weird now because he knows where he is. Steelers Maximus, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook under my government name, Steve Akins. You can find me on Instagram under So Many Tragedies. Find me on X under pedigree_Steve. Find me on TikTok under The Villain. That's the THEV1LLAIN. And if you can't find me, then it wasn't meant to be.
However, that t-shirt is available now on our merch store, which is on the banner below.
It sure is.
You can find Wrestling Pedigree on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, our WhatsApp channel. And you can find us Wrestling Pedigree podcast every weekend. Please keep an eye out for our socials where we can give you the time. So with this bonus episode, enjoy professional wrestling.
And don't be a dick.